Hi, welcome back to DIY Willy. Today we're going to take a look at a problem that my wife says our Toyota Yaris has. She seems to think it has a rough idle, and well, I tried to get it to duplicate it, and just normally when you take your car to the mechanic, it never duplicates the problem. So I couldn't get it to duplicate the problem, and but she says it does, and well, there's only a few things that could really cause that. And the simple ones that I'm going to check are the throttle body, make sure it's clean, make sure that the little openings that allow it to idle are clean, and we'll check the plugs. I don't think it'd be the plugs. This is a 2017 with barely 50,000 miles on it, so I don't think it's plugs. These plugs, if they're iridium plugs, are good for about 100,000. So I don't think it's the plugs. We'll take one out and we'll check it out. I mean, parts can fail on their own. You never know. But probably not the plugs. It could be a coil going bad. I mean, there's lots of things it could be. But I'm going to check the obvious right now. And clean the throttle body up a little bit if it needs it. Well, I'll do it anyway, even if it doesn't need it. Because I'm going to take the time to take a peek at it and maybe pull it out. So it's pretty simple little work that we're going to do today. And luckily the engine's relatively clean. I've already taken the bolts off the cover here to get to the plugs. But we'll get to that after we check the throttle body. And I'm going to do that right now. And there's a few things we've got to loosen up. Luckily it's all 10 millimeter. Everything is 10 millimeter. So I'm going to loosen up the hose clamps for the intake tube. I'm going to loosen up the 10 millimeter bolts for the radiator fill, and then there's 4 10 millimeter bolts for the throttle body. Then you got your cooling lines down here on the bottom that actually run warm water through there to heat it up. Here in California we don't really need that. We don't get to freezing temperatures, but it's better to have a cooler inlet temperature than a warm inlet temperature. But I mean, that's factory. We'll leave it like that. I'll go ahead and move the purge valve out of the way. And there's a PVC, or yeah, PCV valve hose. There we go. Right here that we may disconnect. I don't know. It depends on how well everything's moved. It seems to be still pretty pliable, so I'm not afraid of breaking it like we did on the Scion. And then there's a plug down there. So it's all pretty simple. We're going to get to that right now. First, take off the tube, the purge valve, radiator, fill, and unplug it and pull it off. Simple. Really easy. And yeah, let's get to that. All right, so let's get started by removing the purge valve. This just kind of pulls off right here off the intake manifold. This is a little clip. It's another little clip, and we can move it up out of the way. Just kind of tuck it out of the way over there. Then we got the 2 bolts for the radiator fill. Those are, again, everything is 10 millimeter. And they're not even that tight. There you go. That gets that loose and ready to get out of the way. Let's get this intake tube off. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and open the box, take the filter out. Just got clips that go the opposite way. And then we can pull it out like that. And pull the intake tube off. Just like so. Kind of just tuck it up out of the way too, you know. Get the filter out. Put it out. A little bit of debris in there. Now it's not too bad. Let's get a closer look. It's not too bad in there. There is a little dirt ring around there, but it's not like really bad. Let me get you the one from the Razor Ecotech engine and I'll show you the difference. Now here's the one from the Ecotech off the Razor project, if you follow my videos. And this one is dirtier. This is usually what you see when you get in there. See how dirty that is on both sides? There's a lot of buildup in there. And what happens is there's little openings on bottom and on the top right there. This would be the bottom actually. On the bottom and the top. If we were on the engine, it'd be like that. And those get filled up with that goo, that buildup, that sticky, oily buildup in there. And it blocks the way for the engine to breathe at idle. So this causes kind of like a hesitation or a stumble at idle, usually because the engine's not breathing efficiently. This Toyota is not that bad. It's not near as bad as this. But there is a little bit of dirt in there and a ring around it. So I will go ahead and pull it off and just gently clean it out, get it all cleaned up. Now there are some people that say you can't take these off, you can't manipulate the butterfly in there, because it strips out the gears, or it causes damage to the gears, or it causes them not to be calibrated anymore. I have yet to have that problem. I've done it on all my vehicles, and I guess I've been fortunate enough for it not to be a problem. So I'm going to do it on this one, and yeah, we're going to check it out. Now we have to do, what we have left to do is the plug here, and then the cooling lines where the warm water goes through, or the cool water anyway. Anyways, water from the radiator goes through there, and we'll lose a little bit when we do that, but I'll find a way to plug them, and just so we have the throttle body off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and yeah, let's see what's going on. I ordered a pair of pliers, just removal tools, just for this, and it never came. The wrong one came, actually. That's what it was. Set the hardware aside. Okay, come out. Now these should have an O-ring on it, so it won't, it's reusable, what I'm trying to say. The gasket is reusable. Stay right there. This comes off. Oh, there's one more. There we go. Okay. I didn't see those. I'm looking down here and I see some critters are making a home down here. There's a few droppings left behind. Out of the way. One more underneath that one. Oh, Willy. There we go. Now that should be good. Oh yeah. Smells pretty rich. Why does it smell so rich? And it's dirty on the backside. Let me get these cooling lines off, and then we'll get that throttle body all the way out. But as you can see, there is some dirt and debris in there. On the backside, it's pretty dirty. There's actually some big debris in there. I'm really surprised to see it. But we're gonna just go ahead and wash it up. Got some carb cleaner right here, and well, we're just gonna spray it in there, kind of wash things out, wipe it out, and we'll be good to go. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Now it is pretty thick. Right there along where that butterfly rides. It was pretty thick right there. I should probably get a small brush. That's what causes the airflow to be restricted and the idle to be rough. You need to get that all cleaned up. Be gentle with the fly. Don't get forceful with it. Be really gentle with that butterfly. It's even bad. It's even got the same thing on the other side. You can feel the lip when you're trying to clean it. You can feel the lip. Now, some people might take that butterfly out. There's 2 screws, but I don't like to. Because you could put Loctite, I guess, to put them back in and hold them. But, yeah, I don't like to. Like I said, I've never had any trouble. Knock on wood. I've never had any trouble. So I hope it doesn't start with this one. I'm just gently massaging everything. Not putting any force. Try to use lint-free towels. This thing's breaking up now, and it's leaving a little bit of lint. But we'll blow it out real quick with the brake clean. I mean the carb cleaner. Try to rinse all that out. Yeah, we got a lot of it out. It's really clean now. Just let me give it a last little shot. Wow, that looks really nice. I'm happy with that. That looks really nice. If it has to relearn the throttle body, well, we'll find that process to do that. It looks way better. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Super clean now. And you can see all the way around it. It's got good airflow. I like it. Okay. Well, that was easy. Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it also wasn't clean. No. So it goes back together in the exact reverse order, you know. I'll put the purge, but I've already got everything in. Like I said before, the gaskets are reusable, and I don't have a torque spec for this. I just made them tight. It's just a simple little gasket. Just push that hose back on, clip this back through like that, and push the hose in like that. There, it's all back together now. And we'll start up in a minute, but like I said earlier, I want to check one of the spark plugs just to see how they look. Like I said, this is a 2017. It's barely got 50,000 miles on it, so I don't expect them to be bad, but you never know. We'll just pull one of them out and take a quick look and just see how they're faring. I'll take number 3. It looks like the easiest one, actually. Should be simple. We'll just see how they look. Now, these should be iridium plugs, and they should be good for 100,000 miles. Now, it is a man-made product, and it can fail over time. Who knows? A coil pack could fail too, or a wire or something. You know, you never know what it could be. But hopefully I got the right size socket for this. But we'll just pull one out. Take a quick look at it. Yeah. So it's a 16 millimeter or 5/8. I wasn't sure, but we'll just get one out real quick. They should be original plugs. I wish they would have sold that. If you watch my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. I wish they would have sold a clutch adapter for these Toyota engines too. Oh, come out of there. You're not gonna come out of there. Let me get something to get that out. But if they would have sold one for these Toyota engines, this Toyota engine is a 1500 and it's way smaller than that 2.2 liter. It would have been perfect to run in that Razor project I got going on. Let me get something to get that out. I'm hoping my little magnet here will pull it out. Yep, there it comes. Voila, just like that. Oh, you know what? It does not look bad at all. Not at all. A little bit of oil on it, on the rings. That's fine. On the threads, that's fine. But the overall look looks pretty good. I think we'll leave them alone. Well, everything's back together. Spark plug look okay. Got it back in. Throttle body's clean. I mean, it looks good. The only thing left to do now is to start it up and make sure everything works as it should. So I think I should do that real quick. Well, that was a pretty good little project. Simple to do. It took a little more time than I expected, trying to film it and talk and explain it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it seems to be running good. Again, I don't feel any vibration. It started up. It stuttered a little bit because that's a little bit of carb cleaner that was in there that I used to clean out the intake. But once it burns through that, it'll be fine. So yeah, everything checks out. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll leave a comment down below in the comment section if you have any questions about what's going on, or if I did something wrong, or you can suggest something that I should do different. Like I said, I've done this before on these cars, and I have not had any trouble. So thanks for stopping by and check out the videos. I always come back to DIY Willy for your mini bikes, Toyota Yaris, Volkswagens, Razors, trucks, any of the projects we're working on. Come back and check them out. And well, I'll see you next time. Bye.